Is it joy or is it just something that you ate? Today we are bringing you day 578. Oh,
that's correct. Beatles-a-Day.
Keeps the doctor away.
Why?
Because we will say the day.
As will mushroom and risotto.
Mushroom and pecorino.
Pecorino?
Yes, mushroom risotto cooked in the Instant Pot with pecorino cheese.
It was delish.
I was lazy and I was gonna order food, and then I was like, no, you know what? I can cook and I have ingredients in my house. So I just whipped up a risotto. If you have an Instant Pot, risotto in the Instant Pot is really quick. Like if you cook risotto on the stove, it takes you like 45 minutes.
Right, but Instant Pot's great.
Instant Pot.
See, I gotta learn how to use that because my idea of a nutritious meal is eating like 6-day-old Chinese vegetables in the microwave.
This is why Mo doesn't cook dinner.
This is
anyway
the person that keeps me alive.
In so many ways. I always talk about killing you on camera, and I really shouldn't do that, should I?
You actually do. Look at you, all cheeky and sweet.
I'm gonna have to delete some of those videos.
Look at you romancing me this way.
I know. Hey, look, I feed you, and the way to every person's heart is through their stomach.
Well, you know, I forget to eat
when
on
you're
a regular
disemboweling them.
Aren't you just like Susie Sunshine?
I'm British. Happy Saturday, everyone. Hope you've had a lovely day. Hope you're getting into the fall spirit of things.
Today's felt like October here in Ontario.
Yes, it rained.
For the first time.
It was rainy.
It was blustery too.
We do have a song for you tonight.
We do. And how about some
accompanying
bits of tit? Hey, all right.
So tonight we're doing one that we've done a couple of times. We haven't done it for a little while. It's from Please Please Me. Well, from my side of the Atlantic, it was from Please Please Me. But I think
Canada it was Please Please Me as well.
Yeah, in the States, one of the very, very first albums that was released was Introducing the Beatles. Now, Introducing the Beatles was basically Please Please Me.
Some of Please Please Me.
Minus 2 tracks.
Right.
So Please Please Me had 14 tracks on it. Introducing the Beatles had 12 tracks on it, and they were all the tracks that were on Please Please Me, apart from Please Please Me, and I think P.S. I Love You was not on it. And then they reissued that album.
Capitol Records did.
They reissued the album, and they took 2 other tracks off to replace them with Tonight's Song and the Please Please Me. Anyway, somewhere in there is the truth.
There's Tid.
Somewhere in there. So, this song was inspired by Smokey and the Miracles' What's So Good About Goodbye.
Thus the falsetto.
Yes, and so this version was written in early 1962. And, you know, it's Smokey and the Miracles. Now, it's got me thinking like about the sound and the early Beatles from like, you know, the songs that they wrote from like 60, 61, 62, 63. They really, like, throughout their journey as a band, they really followed that thing that you always say about, you know, when
imitate,
you're learning,
assimilate, innovate.
I didn't even have to say, I said that without even moving my mouth. Yeah, so Mo has this saying of, you know, when you're first getting together
before you mentioned it.
as a group, as a band or a quartet or whatever, you know, you go through these stages of imitating other groups that you've seen, and then you assimilate, where like your skills start to come together and you start making kind of like, you know, independent decisions based on what you've learned from imitating other people. But then the final stage is to innovate. And that's really what innovate means. But the Beatles really did that, didn't they?
They actually are a textbook case of exactly how that happens. If you stick together, if you have guidance and you have structure and you have discipline around what you're doing, or force discipline through structure, then it's just a one-way path for the creative. This is how it works.
Right.
Yeah.
And kind of like 64 period was where they started to assimilate, but then kind of like late 64, 65 was really where they started to innovate. So they actually started innovating pretty early on.
There's probably traces of innovation all the way through this as you try to not completely copy, you start layering things in, but the real assimilation of different styles was really happening. I'd say 64, 65 was a real assimilation of styles period for them, an incubator.
Yeah. Now, this was one of the songs. This is a Lennon-McCartney original that was played on their session at Abbey Road, their very first session at Abbey Road. There was their audition for EMI. They played Ask Me Why, they played Besame Mucho, Love Me Do, and P.S. I Love You. And EMI at the time, of course, we know, didn't think that anything would come of this recording session and didn't kind of put much weight to these master tapes that they took, and so they destroyed them. And so these tapes went away, and that was when they decided, after the Beatles started to get really, really famous, that
never destroy anything.
Never destroy anything from
that was
the Beatles.
Brian Epstein that put that in their clause.
In their contract. And I love this little tune. I mean, it's so very
sweet.
It's sweet, but it's so typical of the sound of the early 60s. It's got all of the hallmarks. It's got all of the, the motifs of early 60s
I can hear
group music.
Smokey Robinson's little vibrato singing this song almost.
Right. It's just a sweet little tune. It's just a gem of a tune. I love you, 'cause you tell me things I want to know. And it's true that it really only goes to show that I know that I should never, never, never be blue. Now you're mine. My happiness still makes me cry. And inside, you'll understand the reason why. If I cry, it's not because I'm sad, but you're the only love that I've ever had. I can't believe it's happened to me. I can't conceive of any more misery. Ask me why. I'll say I love you, and I'm always thinking of you. I love you, 'cause you tell me things I want to know. And it's true that it really only goes to show that I know that I should never, never, never be blue. Ask me why. I'll say I love you, that I'm always thinking of you. I can't believe it's happened to me. I can't conceive of any more misery. Ask me why. I say I love you, and I'm always thinking of you. Yeah.
All right,
Sweet
so
little
that is
tune.
sweet.
Such a sweet
Lots
little
of harmony options there, up and down and in and around. And there were times where I took the melody, you took the melody, but then again, which is the melody? Because they're both so very melodic.
tune. Right?
Now, guitarists, for you, the weird chords in here, for you that are outside of the normal chords, might be that E augmented chord. You just basically raise the fifth on the E and add it down here as well. Kind of a bit weird. I'm just playing that, just barring those major sevens instead of, because it sounds a bit sexier this way. Out the walking bass line. And that's just that single B. Now that sweeping pick on the right hand here, you can get different tones going for closer to the bridge. Down here. I suggest you try playing around with some of that stuff because it is fun.
Fun.
Right?
Well, it always feels like a Friday on a Saturday because I always work on a Friday, but I always work on a Saturday, but then I'm off on a Sunday.
It feels like Friday?
It always feels like Friday.
I work today too.
I'm always a day behind.
Yes.
Anyway, folks, hope you're having a great weekend. So, yeah. Couple of fries short of a Happy Meal, that's what they say.
Right, as they say. We love you.
That's the way it is.
And we'll see you tomorrow on day 579.
Which apparently is a Sunday. Yeah. Good night.